Lynn McNeil with Design Originals, and my friend Sue Jacobs is a certified Zentangle teacher, a CZT, and she's going to show you how to do 6 or 7 different tangles today.
Hi, I'm Sue Jacobs. I'm a CZT from the Chicago area, and I'm here at the CHA show with Suzanne McNeil, and we're doing Zentangle jewelry on small metal ring tags. I'm wearing a number of them on my neck, including ones on bottle caps, jewelry on shrinky-dink, all sorts of things you can do with Zentangles. I'm going to do a few of the different tangles. I'll do it on the paper so that you can see the actual designs. So I'll start by tracing my circles. Doesn't really make any difference whether it's circles that are same size or difference. Variety is good. So there's a lot of different tangles you could choose to use. Let's start with a simple one called Kiko. Kiko is a good pattern for the smaller spaces in your tangles. And when you get to the edge of your section, you can just break it up and just do a partial. The next pattern we're going to do is a pattern that's called bales. Bales starts with a simple grid. The lines can be straight, the lines can be curved. It really is your personal preference. Once you have your grid pattern, you're going to go from corner to corner with pointed petal shapes. Or you could call them pointed ovals, whichever you want. From one direction at a time is usually the simplest. Again, when you get to the end of your shape, you don't have to worry about making it perfect. Just go to wherever it takes you. This pattern ends up being a beautiful pattern. Almost looks like embroidery sometimes, depending on what embellishments you decide to put on it. And there are so many different embellishments and tangulations you can do to this particular pattern. I could go on and on with a variety, and I'll just show you a few of the different tangulations within this design. You can do line work in the openings. You could alternate the line work in different directions. You could put dots on the lines. Might almost look like embroidery stitches. Or you could go with almost like a Greek key design in the middle of each section. So there's a lot of different things you could do. Circles, whatever. Just change it up. It'd be whatever's floats your boat. Okay, let's switch over to another section and do another pattern. Let's do in a smaller section. There's a pattern that's called echoism. Echoism is a very flowing design, kind of like handwriting. Starts at one end and just keeps flowing. And then you can go in and do patterns in the middle of each. I love this. It's almost like a calligraphy pattern. And it looks so complicated when you get it all done, but it's not too hard to do the first time around. Oh, I probably should go that over in the corner with that one. Okay, and let's go over to the next area, and I'll do a pattern called Enzeppel. Enzeppel, again, starts with a grid pattern. And it's probably better off making your grid fairly big, because you're not going to leave it like this. You're actually going to be doing across the grid, and it gets to lots and lots of small lines. Okay, now I've got my grid here. I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in each section. Okay, we're working on the enzeppel pattern, and the enzeppel basically is a orb that fits within each one of these shapes. If you imagine a balloon that kind of got squished into the shape, it will lay flat against the sides and fit into the, not quite squish into the corners. As you go around and keep going with enzeppel, it almost seems to inflate itself like a giant balloon. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead to the next section. You've got the general concept here. I'm going to do a small little exciting pattern that is called Ah. If you think about fireworks on the 4th of July, what does everybody say when they see a firework? Ah. Ooh. This one is called Ah. It basically is a simple cross, and a cross again, and a little orb at the end of each one. You can do them very big, you can do them littler, but fill your section. Little fireworks. Okay, in this section we're going to do a pattern that's called jetties. Jetties is a series of circles. They can be big circles, they can be little circles. Do a variety of them and fill up the whole section with circles. Once you get your big ones, you can get some smaller ones in. Then what you want to do is you want to add details to each one of these. Now, a traditional jetty is simply filled in solid with lines. However, I like to add variations. So I might do X's, I might do orbs, I might do dots. Lots of different things you can do to make jetties your own. Okay, we have one last little section, and what did we say? Okay, let's do a little one called mirror. Mirror is one where you do a river, almost like a roller coaster in the middle, and then you start doing lines in one direction, and then in the opposite direction, it's almost like a chevron. That's some of the basic Zentangle patterns that you can add. And you can add color to them. You can do so many more things with them. These have colors added to them with the Tombow markers. I wanted to show you the Zentangle 5 book that is available. Zentangle 5 has lots of different jewelry available to you to do. Lots of different surfaces and a lot of new patterns. All the patterns within this book will start and show you step by step how to achieve the finished pattern. Towards the back of the book, you've got different designs, like the one I'm wearing right here. This one is done actually with shrink art, Tricky Dinks. There's also ones like the one I'm wearing here on a leather band. So I hope you'll enjoy all the different books that are available to join in the wonderful world of Zentangle.